Hello, colleagues. This is John Herrera from Muni Temps and the City Speak podcast, blog, an article for today. And as we get geared up for the 2023 year, we have so many goals, ambitions. Obviously, we even have New Year's resolutions. And as we look forward to this coming year, I thought it would be a good idea today to talk about taking an assessment just for a moment. How many of you know what product your organization delivers to your customers and your stakeholders? What product your organization, whether it be government or business or nonprofit, what product does your organization deliver or serve, or even, dare I say, sell to your customers? Who is your customer? These are all exercises that we normally go through when we do a management retreat or an employee retreat. But this day I wanted to just have a little bit of conversation with you. If you think it's a value, please listen in. If not, move on to the next video. There's millions of videos out there. But I just want to say, if you believe in your organization, promote it, advance it, educate other people about your organization. If you don't feel that you want to promote your organization, you don't want to advance it, you don't want to sell your organization, you don't want to sell the product, the service, whatever it is that you've identified that your organization provides, then I have a question for you. Why are you there? Why are you there? Why are you in the organization that you're working right now? Again, whether it's government or business or nonprofit, why are you there? I know why I'm here. I work in local governments and city governments in various capacities. I serve as interim finance director. I also serve as a consultant, as a principal accountant, and so forth. I know why I'm here. I know that the organizations that I'm working for, they have a product, and that product is a community. The organization, like in the city governments, they have an organization and they also have a community. So our product is a community, and specifically raising the quality of life for the organizations that I work at. But for you, wherever you're working at right now, ask yourself the question, why are you there? If you say, because I need this paycheck, man, you're not thinking broad enough. You have blinders on. There are so many opportunities to move on to other organizations, and you are more qualified than you realize. I suggest you move on. Now, I don't want to have you move on just with thoughtlessly, but understand that we're living in a time where there's never been more demand than there is right now for thinking people. For, as Mary Bradley, who retired from the city of Camarillo, she said 30 years ago, she says, "We have a live one here. We have a live one." I think those of you that are here listening in on this City Speak blog podcast video for today, you are a live one. You can find a job in so many places. Don't ever worry about your paycheck. If you're working just for a paycheck, man, that's not as fun as working for a purpose, working for an organization where you know what the product is, you know who your customer is, and you know what you're excited enough to want to promote that product and that organization. Whether you are in business or in government or in nonprofit, we all have customers, and you need to identify who that customer is. Whether you work in business or government or nonprofits, we all have a product that we are delivering, whether that's a service or actually something that's to be consumed as a box of cereal or whatever. But we have services, and then we can expand what that product is. In the case of the local governments that I work in, I'm a CPA, I'm a CFO, I'm a part of the team that delivers a product to raise the quality of life in the communities that we serve. And I'm just one member of this team on the CFO finance director side. So identify. Ask yourself the question, what organization do I work in? What is the product? Who is our customer? We need to ask those questions. And you know, as so many people are very unhappy in their job, there's a 70% chance you are unhappy where you're at. But I want to tell you, there's that saying, the grass is always greener on the side that gets maintained the most. So if you want to make the best of your organization where you work at, if you want your organization to be the greener side of the grass is always greener, maintain it, hedge it, fertilize it, and develop it, care for it, and care about it. So there's a saying, you know, and a lot of people don't like saying it because it sounds kind of negative, but there's a saying that each one of us should lead, follow, or get out of the way. That's one of those three choices. If you're not going to lead, then you need to follow. But don't be in the way of leaders and followers who are working together to deliver the products that their organizations deliver to their customers. And we have to continue to do the best job we can for our organizations this year. It not only benefits the organizations and that we serve and the stakeholders, the customers, but also benefits ourselves. Pride of ownership that we have, that we're a part of this team. So I have another question, since we're talking about products. Do you believe in you? Do you believe in yourself? Because you are a product, right? They talk about when you go to interview for a job, right? They say, learn to sell yourself. That basically means talk about your attributes, characteristics, your skills, your abilities, your talents, and so forth. So my question is, do you believe in you? Do you sell yourself? I remember a long time, Pauline Mays from Wells Fargo Bank in the 1980s in downtown San Diego. She was the vice president for Wells Fargo Bank in the mid 80s, 86, 85, 86. She said to me, toot your own horn, John. Toot your own horn. You got to learn to toot your own horn. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't toot your own horn, if you don't sell yourself, who's going to do it for you? Who's going to do it for you? Don't ever plan on doing that. You also have to toot your own horn. You have to sell yourself. But of course, you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you should. Because you know what? You are perfect. You are perfectly made. You were perfectly made, and therefore that means you're perfect. Believe in yourself. Market yourself. Toot your own horn every once in a while. But of course, the purpose of this talk is, what is the product that our organizations are selling to our customers, are delivering, are serving? So the organization that you're working at, do you believe in that organization? If you do, identify who is the customer? What is the product that you're providing? I told you here in local government, in city government, our product is, there's various flavors of the product, but it's a community. We're delivering a community with trying to raise the quality of life in our organizations. But for you, you have to identify, what is your product that you're offering, that you're selling, you're promoting? Don't be afraid to sell, but if you are, learn to sell. And frankly, there's not a lot of teaching you need to do to learn to sell, because if you believe in the product that your organization is providing to your customers, once you identify those, you love it, you're going to be passionate. Nobody has to teach you how to sell. When a little baby is born, that could be an ugly looking baby when it's first born, but oh, it's so cute, and you tell everybody how cute it is, right? Because you love that baby. What is your baby? You have a project, an initiative, or something in your organization, and your organization as a whole. You need to love it. If you don't love your organization, move on. Why are you there? So your organization will succeed, but only if you learn, you find out, know what is your product, who is your customer, and then fall in love with the product that you're providing. At Muni Temps, it's stress relief. We're trying to provide temporary staffing so that our managers, directors, that they're not stressed out. But anyways, that's all for today. If you believe in your organization, your product, go and sell it. Promote it. All for now. John Herrera. Bye-bye.